I met Mila about 4 years ago at a mutual friend's birthday party. We'd both just come out of long-term relationships. Hers was 5 years, mine was 4. After a few too many drinks, I woke up on the birthday guy's couch, naked, with Mila. It was awkward, but it wasn't the wildest part of the night. The birthday guy? He did something way worse. Mila and I were both embarrassed and didn't want anything serious. So we exchanged numbers and went our separate ways. 3 months later, Mila reached out asking if I wanted to grab coffee. I thought she might want to talk about what happened, or maybe even go on a date. But when I arrived, she'd clearly been crying. She burst into tears telling me she was pregnant. She hadn't realized it, and I was the only person she'd slept with since her last relationship. My world flipped upside down. A DNA test confirmed I was the father. She moved in with me soon after. She'd been living with a roommate, and the guest room became hers. My office? It became Andy's room. Andy is our son, and I couldn't imagine life without him. Having a kid wasn't in my plans. But Andy has changed everything for the better. He's brought Mila and me closer than I ever thought possible. Mila and I never had a romantic relationship. We get along well, though, and I support Mila's dreams. She's in grad school, and I'm paying for it. We split the chores, and I'm always there for whatever she needs. Fast forward to November. Andy is turning 3, and we've been planning his birthday party. Mila asked if I wanted her to move out now that Andy's 3, and that we could co-parent separately. She even said I could start dating if I wanted. I froze. I didn't know what to say. The truth? I love her. I've fallen in love with her over the past few years, and I've built my life around her and Andy. But I'm terrified of telling her. I'm scared it might ruin everything we've built, our friendship, our co-parenting, our family. I don't want to lose her. So I worked up the courage to talk to Mila. I left work early, picked up Andy, and dropped him off at my mom's. I got some flowers, cleaned the house, and texted her to come home because we needed to talk. When she walked in, she immediately asked about Andy. After reassuring her he was with my mom and fine, she calmed down. I sat her down, gave her the flowers, and poured my heart out, telling her how scared I was of ruining everything and how much I cared for her and Andy. To my surprise, she admitted she was scared too. She thought she was a burden and that she'd ruined my life with the pregnancy. But I quickly shut that down. I told her that having Andy and being with her has made my life better than I ever imagined. She also admitted she'd had feelings for me for a while, since she was pregnant, but wasn't sure if it was just hormones. After the baby, she didn't feel comfortable in her body and thought I wouldn't still find her attractive. But to me, she's the most beautiful woman in the world. When I told her I'd be jealous if she went on dates, she smiled and admitted she felt the same way when I did. We talked for hours, covering deeper topics. Afterward, we went out for a late dinner. We didn't drink, I was driving, but we chatted about everything from music to movies. We even argued about A Song of Ice and Fire versus The Lord of the Rings. By the time we got home, we shared a few sweet kisses in the car, like we were sneaking around, and then watched a terrible horror movie. She fell asleep in my arms, and honestly, everything felt right. It was a day full of wins. I didn't comment on my original post, but I've been snooping through the comments to find out what the birthday guy did that night. Apparently, he was a walking disaster. At the bar, everyone got wasted. At the after-party, things got even worse. The birthday guy stole a random dog, got back at his girlfriend by hooking up with her sister, and then ran around the neighborhood in his boxers, eventually passing out on a lawn, hugging the stolen dog. He still has the dog, by the way. We never found its owners.